never know. You never know.
Hey folks, you never know with Dave Olney. I'm just back from Urbana-Champaign, Illinois. I mean, just back. I just drove back. That's why I look so haggard and road weary. Whatever. So I played up there at St. Matthew's Lutheran Church, where Bob Rasmus is the pastor. And, something I hadn't done. I mean, I did it in Nashville a couple of years ago, but I hadn't done it on the road, played in the church and done those songs. So, it was, I didn't know how it was going to be, and it was great. It was one of the coolest things I've done. I really appreciate all the work that Bob and Ann did, and also Cynthia and Ernie and Owen and Sophie. And so it was great, and I really had a good time. So, see what's coming up. Baseball season officially begins. Okay. How in there, baby? Okay. Next show, Thursday, April 16th at the Harpeth Room at the Loveless Cafe in West Nashville. Early show starts at 7 p.m., free and open to the public. Followed by the Dave Alvin West of the West train tour, April 22nd through 26th. Woo, woo! Okay. And now, I want to do this. This is from my buddy Trudy Wittebrod in Holland. I think you say Wittebrod. It might be Wittebrod. I'll find out. This is a truly nice person. Okay, she says, Mr. Olney, there is a certain part in the Gospel of Matthew where Jesus foretold that Peter would deny him 3 times before the rooster crows. Peter replies, "Oh no, not me, Master." But he did deny him, and after Peter heard the rooster crow, he went out and wept bitter tears. J.S. Bach composed the, I don't know how you pronounce this, Matthias Passion. In that oratorium, you can hear an aria called Erbarme dich. In my opinion, the most beautiful piece of music ever written. It is a plea for forgiveness by Peter. These are my personal reflections on Good Friday and Easter and the springtime while I'm listening to Bach's Matthias Passion. Wish you a lot of inspiration in your Palm Sundays performances, Trudy. That's just classy and nice, So, thank you, Trudy. Okay, now, it's sonnet time. And now that everyone's in a nice Easter mood, here's one about Christmas. Because when I was writing these things down, it was coming up to Christmas. Okay, this goes back to when I was a Santa Claus in the Durham Northgate Shopping Center. And it was an amazing experience. For a month, I was Santa Claus. I had my own sleigh. Amazing. Okay. All right, it's sonnet time, ladies and gentlemen. Sonnet number 15, which means we're halfway through. Some of you were thinking, thank God, I don't think I can make it. But anyway, this is a sonnet about being Santa Claus in the Durham Northgate Shopping Center. In 1975, for a month I was Santa. I had my own sleigh. I had the pillow. I had the beard. I was Santa. Method acting. All right. In Durham, North Carolina, 75, I was Santa at the Northgate Shopping Mall. Around Christmas, what a crazy buzzing hive, with a long line of children come to call on Santa as I sat up in my sleigh. I listened to each fervent Christmas wish, bikes and dolls and balls and games to play and puppy dogs and even a goldfish. Crass commercialism? You bet your cash. Everything's for sale that's not nailed down. But before you blame poor Santa, here's a flash. He might be the least guilty one in town. I'll do the best I can, I'd tell a kid. And by Santa, that's exactly what I did. So, yeah, that was amazing. There were just, okay, here, early on, right after Thanksgiving, maybe my first or second day on the job, I could see down 3 different hallways of shops. And I'm looking down one, it's pretty slow going there in the early afternoon. And I see a gigantic, a magnificent woman of great tonnage walking toward me. Not in any kind of hurry. Very stately, coming toward me. I'd say about 400 pounds, which she carried magnificently, I must say. And she came up and said, the whole thing was get your picture taken with Santa. And I saw the horrified look on the photographer because there was a chance that the sleigh would not be able to maintain the integrity of its structure. But anyway, we went for it, and this woman had her picture taken and then cruised on away. And then about a week later, she came back to get her pictures, and it turned out that they had not come out. She'd paid her money, so whoop, we did it again. There was very little. I didn't know what to say. She was a full-grown woman. I didn't know, what can I bring you for Christmas? It just seemed absurd. But anyway, we finally got the pictures done. A week after that, she got her pictures and left. And then about a week after the whole Christmas thing was done, I was in a 7-Eleven in that area, and I see a car, a limousine pull up. And the driver gets out, opens the back door, and this woman is there. She's like an important personage. And she comes into the 7-Eleven to get something. And it was all I could do to keep from running up and saying, "Remember me? I was Santa." I just couldn't do it. But it was an inexplicably moving moment for me. It was like, if maybe she believes in Santa, and maybe I believe in her. I certainly do now. She's real. And I don't know. It's too hard to explain. But there were a lot of odd little things like that happened. And if you get a chance to be Santa Claus, not just for a day, not for a night, not just a party. I'm talking about a full month, the full Santa treatment. Do it. It's incredible. Okay. So now where are we at? Okay, we're doing songs now. A little bird has told me that I've mixed up the order of things on these CDs, but what can you do? So here is "Ache of Longing." Okay, I did this for a German label and recorded it over with Joe Fleming. And, they're sort of oddball songs. I should go back and learn some of these because they're nice songs. But here's one. This is the original version of Barrymore Remembers. And on this version, my friend Tommy Lunsford plays the part of a bartender. Barrymore Remembers. Have I ever told you I was once quite the ladies' man? My suits were Italian, my color vermilion, my words soft as satin, the language of love. My life was the movies, and I was the leading man, the dashing romantic, with a touch of the tragic. My profile was perfect, and the language was love. Yes, sir, Mr. Barrymore, you must have been something back then. They must have been wonderful years, and they won't come again. Yes, sir, Mr. Barrymore, can I pour you another? Women were lovely in the flickering Hollywood light. Of course there was Garbo, Dietrich and Harlow. The look was come hither, and the language was love. My God, the parties, the nights were as bright as the days. The air shone like money, the stars smelled like honey, in the roar of the 20s. The language was love. Yes, sir, Mr. Barrymore, you must have been something back then. They must have been wonderful years, and they won't come again. Yes, sir, Mr. Barrymore. One more on the rocks. This was a gay town, as wild and as free as the night. We lived with a passion, we loved with abandon. We were storybook heroes, and the language of love. What was I saying? And where has everyone gone? Quickly, bartender, pour me another. Better make it a double. One more for the road. Yes, sir, Mr. Barrymore, are you sure you can make it all right? Yes, the bar's closing down. Better call it a night. Yes, sir, Mr. Barrymore, let me call you a cab. All right, Barrymore Remembers, and on the CD, Tony Lunsford is the bartender, and it's like a cool idea. I thought, this guy, he may not even actually be Barrymore, John Barrymore, but he thinks he is, and I wanted it to be that, this sort of contemporary kind of bar with sort of hip bartenders and all that. And the real true romantic person was Barrymore, this drunken old fool, crazy man. And I wanted to make it a tango. And yeah, so it came out the way I wanted it to come out. And I don't know, it's one of those songs you finish it and go, where did that come from? Yep, okay. So that's what I got. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so I'll see you next time around. Happy Easter, and yeah, enjoy the weather.
You never know. You never know.